our new hybrid animal. So I started creating mine somewhere here, but I'm gonna do it from scratch with you guys. You're gonna see that in this pose, you're gonna have a file to download. It's gonna be called the Hybrid Animal of 2025. Once you download them, go ahead and drag it into Photoshop and open it up. I'm asking you to please use this document size. This document has got the correct document size that we're going to need for our project. I'm going to ask you then to have your images ready or somewhat ready of what you want to get. I'm going to say that I would like to have a body of a monkey, or at least like this part of a monkey, or I'm sorry, a gorilla. So I'm going to go ahead and take this image of the gorilla that I'm going to use, drag it to Photoshop. I'm going to press Command T. Again, guys, we're going to make this bigger so you can see it's already kind of small. So I'm going to Command T it. I'm going to use my preferred selection tool, which is my object selection tool, to select the object so that it does it for me using AI. I'm going to then go to layer mask and put a layer mask on it. Some of these things will be removed or not seen, but as of now, I have the body and it's isolated already. I won't be using the face of the gorilla. I'm going to be putting in a gorilla's face. And I like this image. I'm going to take this image of the gorilla and I'm dragging it to Photoshop. I'm going to see if it also recognizes it, which it does. And I'm going to go ahead and also put a layer mask on that. So a layer mask. Now, you can already tell that the image is too small, so I'm going to go make it bigger. And I already have images here that I don't, part of the animal, the gorilla the gorilla and the alligator that I don't need. So with that said, I'm going to take on my layer mask. So this is the gorilla. I'm sorry, this is the crocodile. So we should also, crocodile. Get into the habit of naming your stuff. Gorilla, right? Here, on my layer mask, make sure you're not on the layer, but the layer mask, I'm gonna take a brush that is black, of a low opacity, maybe a little bit higher, but soft brush, and definitely bigger. And I'm gonna start passing it. I'm letting go, maybe a little bit more, because we're gonna start blending in afterwards, okay? But I'm gonna start removing the things I don't need. If I accidentally remove too much, again, you go back to white, and white will bring it back, okay? So I'm gonna go to black, right? I think I do want to make this face a little bit smaller. I think it's a little bit too big to size. There, okay? I'm gonna come here. See the little fuzzy thing here? I don't know if it's coming from this, it is coming from this image, okay. So just want to verify, I'm gonna clean that up a bit. Definitely need to clean this out here. You guys see that, right? Right here, this grass. Is it from, yeah. Sometimes you see how there's a little grass right here. You will have different problems, but you do need to be detailed with your stuff. Now, we see the images are not blending well because the colors are off. I'm gonna take this image of my gorilla and I'm gonna put an adjustment layer of, I'm gonna curve the colors and I'm gonna make it darker. Curving the color means you're gonna, if you bring the line down, it's gonna be darker. The line up, it's gonna be more color. I'm gonna make it a little darker so that it blends better. Then I'm gonna go here back to my layer panel and go to a crocodile. I'm gonna make it less red or less brown by putting again another adjustment layer. I'm gonna say maybe also I like curves, and I'm gonna go to the reds. I can go here, right? But I definitely want to just target the red. So red channel, bring it down a little bit, go up. Oh, see how it's affecting everything? I don't want it to affect everything, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put a clipping mask. What it's gonna do is gonna only affect the layer right below, which is gonna be the crocodile layer. So trying to match it. Let's play with the green a little bit, singling out just the colors, the red, green, and blue. Maybe not the blue. Oh, much better, right? So, see it? We're more in color. Okay, now that we have here, this is for the crocodile. This is the clipping layer mask of a curse with a clipping mask here. This one is not affecting anything else because there's nothing else below it. But just you should put a clipping mask on it because you're going to put eventually a layer right below this. Your background layer there should be a layer right below for this environment. Then I want to put the let's say I want to have the frog's eyes. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to have to make this smaller because, well, you see it. For here, I'm going to be strategic and use a circle. I'm going to go to select because we're selecting something with a circle, but I want to transform my selection, which means I want to change the way my selection looks like. Okay, these are all things that I have taught you before. I'm going to say, okay, I'm happy with that, and I'm going to put a layer mask on that. Okay, this is for one eye. Then I'm going to bring this eye here. Oh, bring this layer to the front on top of this guy. And give him an eye because his eye was kind of like blending in, right? He's got little chinky eyes. It's like a huge box because there's like it's selecting the entire image. I'm going to have to change the colors because it's way too green. So I'm going to go again and say adjustment layer. Let's try hue saturation and see what that does. Changing the entire color. Oh, you know what? Again, see how it's affecting everything? Clipping mask it so it only affects the image that you needed to fix. That's a little better, more muted, right? But it took away my red. I really like that red part. This is not going to work for me. Yes, delete it. Okay. Let's go back here. The hue saturation didn't work for me. I'm going to go back here. And this is a process of elimination and playing around with the colors as well. I'm going to say curves. I'm going to say clipping mask. I'm going to try to go on the greens because I see that it's way too green and bring it down. Move it a little bit. Bring it down just a little bit. Maybe make the blues a little higher. No. The reds. Better. What about overall? Okay, definitely to make this eye smaller. Back to my layers. Okay, this layer has to be smaller. That's it. I don't want it to look like a sticker, which is kind of looking like a sticker. Gotta blend it in nicer. This has to look like it's part of his face. What if you take the brush tool here, the brush tool with a smaller, and we're going to just like soften it up here. It's too harsh, taking away too much. Soften up the edges. So it's not so perfect and it looks like it's blending it better in with the image. So right now it's like that perfect circle is too harsh. All right, so I have that part. Let's say now we're gonna have the legs of an elephant. Images. And position-wise, he needs to be walking on his 4 legs, kind of like this, but like a picture, a drawing, not a drawing, with not a lot of grass. I don't want to do that. Ooh, this one. Okay. Let's see if we have something similar. I like it more. Okay. Put this one right above though, okay? With no. Okay, so where was this image? Okay, we're gonna have to flip it. So to flip the image, we're gonna go to image, which we're talking about image. I'm talking edit. We wanna transform it, but we wanna flip it horizontally. Okay, and we're going to extend it to gravitate those legs. Now this may be tricky, so here's what I would do. I would take the selection tool, obviously take this part, you're going to layer mask it again, right? But now I'm gonna isolate all this for a little bit, and I'm gonna isolate the legs one leg at a time. I'm gonna just take this one leg. Oh, it's too much. I zoomed in too much. What is this? I'm gonna take this leg. No. I'm gonna use this tool, the selection brush tool, if you guys have it, to paint over the selected area that I want. It's a new tool, guys, called the selection brush tool. I'm gonna paint over that area that I want. I don't know if this is part of it. I feel like it shouldn't be though. And I'm going to take, I'm gonna say Command C, Command V. Oh no, it didn't do it. And then I'm gonna say, I don't wanna, there you go. Once I finish, I press Enter, then Command C, Command V. Sorry.
How are you? He told me, Mark told me to come see you or something? You don't say it? No, don't you?
I have kids who are coming in.
Okay.
No.
All right, early, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Oh. Sorry, guys. My apologies. I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna Command C, Command V, so it's here. Okay, so now I'm gonna call this, sorry, cancel, leg 1, okay? Turning everything back on. So I wanna start putting it together. Okay. Come here now again. I don't have this, so I'm gonna use the same leg. Watch, the same leg. I'm gonna make this bigger. Okay. This is gonna be the back leg, and I'm gonna make Command J. It's gonna be leg 2. Okay. And I'm gonna make this one smaller. Right? Behind the, my fingers out here. This leg's gonna be behind the gorilla. Okay? So it's gonna be in front of the gorilla. I'm gonna now take everything out and leave the gorilla on. With this one here, I'm gonna start with the black brush on my layer mask. I'm going to start to remove these these items here. It's 21 to take forever. I'm just go to 100 so it's faster. I'm gonna take a brush that's a lot harder for this because I want it to just go away quickly. I'm sorry. And again, you want to make sure that you're on the layer mask. If you're not on the layer mask, you're in the painting the picture like this, like I just did. So you need to make sure you're in the layer mask. Black hides. Okay. Now where's the leg 1 copy? So I'm gonna put it around here. You can come here while you're here, put a layer mask on this, and start cleaning this area out if you want. I like this tool, the Polygon Lasso tool, for here, because I can shape with this. Think about the scissors. I'm gonna literally be creating this part, cutting it out like scissors with the brush tool. Indeed. And again, the lasso tool, Polygon Lasso tool. Brush tool. Okay. So, hey, how are you? Have a seat. All right, guys. So this is an idea of what your project will somewhat look like as you work through it. You're gonna see that you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna move things around. And then on this image here, so that the legs do stand out differently, I would go to an adjustment layer. I would go to curves, and I would make this image here of this leg darker, so that it stands out from the one in the front. And then I would do this one, same thing. I would cut it out, make it smaller or make it a little bit bigger. But you can start seeing how it's taking place, right? And then on my back end, I would use probably this one and try to curve the body or so. But this will take time and strategic how you're gonna plan to move things around. All right, guys, don't worry. The most important thing is to use your clipping mask. Use your adjustment layers with a clipping mask because you don't want things to affect the other parts, okay? Have fun, guys.